B-Boy, Clash of the Killer Queens, Chapter 2. The school day seems to take forever, but 3:30 finally arrives and I scurry home. A Meadow Tower the lift is out of order again. I don't mind using the stairs except I have to go past Crudwell's door, and he is the last person I want to see. I should be okay because he's usually indoors playing computer games. If there's a game that involves blowing things up, Crudwell's got it. I hear a voice. Oi, B-Boy! Blast, I've been spotted, and there's that nickname again. Off to get some of your horrible honey, Crudwell sneers. What does he mean, horrible? I try to explain. Honey is one of nature's miracles, delicious natural sweetness. Eating gum from insects' bottoms is not natural, you nerdy numpty. Stick with chips, that's what Mum says. Chips and ice cream, chips in ice cream. That's real food. I give up. It doesn't matter what I say, Crudwell will have an answer. He always does. And keep your stingy little butts in your hive. When they come in our house, we squish them with our slippers. Don't kill them, just put them out of the window, I think, but I don't say it. I set off up to the next lot of the stairs. See you later, B-Boy, Crudwell shouts. I shut the front door behind me and lean against it with a sigh. It's so great to be home. Mum appears from the living room. Good day, love? She asks. Might as well get over it. Ben Fleming was ill, so I gave my talk a week early. Really? How'd it go? Not too bad, I say. Well, no point in both of us being miserable. Did you wear your beekeeper suit? Yep, it was a great idea. I lie, but I don't want to discuss it anymore, so I escape to my bedroom. When I open the window from some fresh air, 2 bees fly in. They circle above my head, then disappear back outside. Odd. I pull on my beekeeper's suit and gather other equipment that I'll need. My heart is thumping, but I don't want Mum to know that opening the hive is such a big deal. If she sees I'm nervous, she'll start stressing, and that's when Mum stops me doing stuff. Just popping out, I call and quickly disappear. A minute later, I've climbed the stairs and opened the door that leads out onto the roof. Empty cola cans and crisp packets have been dumped on the hive roof, but the bees don't seem to mind. I see Norman and his mates have been making a mess again. It's Mr. Johnson. He brings a bin bag and holds it open while I clear the little litter away. Checking the bees on your own? He asks. No, Dan. Dan's gone, I say. I'm looking after the bees now. Mr. Johnson is surprised. Gone? He never said anything to me. He didn't say much to me either, I think, but I don't want to have to explain to Mr. Johnson how much I miss Dan, and I think Mum misses him too. He said he'd email us, but we haven't heard from him yet. Mr. Johnson nods like he understands my silence. Need a hand? He asks. I feel like I should really be able to do this on my own, but I'm relieved at the offer of help. Thanks, Mr. Johnson. Dan left his beekeeper suit. I'll run back and get it. 5 minutes later, Mr. Johnson is squeezed into Dan's suit and is ready to help. We need to light the smoker, I say. Beekeepers all over the world do this. Smoke calms bees down, and this makes it safer and easier to check inside the hive. Mr. Johnson holds the smoker steady as I light a bit of scrunched up newspaper and drop it in. Next I add wood shavings that soon catch light. As I add more, they start to smoke. I close the smoker and pump the bellows. You've got that thing smoking well, Mr. Johnson laughs as I lift the hive lid just a crack and puff smoke in. There's a gentle buzz from inside. Cough, splutter, sputter, cough. But the smoker is working too well, and I'm soon wrapped in a blanket of smoke. I can hear Mr. Johnson coughing, but I can't see him. The smoke spirals around me and lifts me off my feet. For just a moment, I'm hovering. Then I'm falling, gently drifting down through the whiteness. Floop! I land with a bump. Somewhere warm and dark with gentle humming all around. Buzzing bodies are bumping into me and poking me gently with investigating prods. The air is thick with a sweet, smoky smell. Wow, this is a lovely, calm place. But where am I? As my eyes become accustomed to the dim light, I find myself to face with a bee. Lots of bees. He's arrived. Naughty, steals our honey. Alas, you has come. Oh, death moth. Yes, but you're not our enemies. You's our master. Sorry to be prodding you, but we's needs to check you's not a wasp. And we's your workers must keep it a secret, 'cause big troubles if humans knows. Welcomes to yours hives. I'm inside my own beehive. This is completely mad. And then I notice something even crazier when I look down and realise I am a bee. One of the workers stepped forward. She is small with tattered wings and a broken antenna, but she has a friendly smile. "We's all has numbers, master," she says. "I am worker 33137. Hello," I reply in as normal as a voice as I can manage. "Comes with us," 33137 says, setting off along a honeycomb path with open cells on either side. Other bees follow, calling out as we go. "Some cells full of pollen, some with honey, and some with babies." I peer down into the open honeycomb cells. Tiny maggot-like larvae are hatching from eggs and wriggling about in liquid food. Nurse bees are tending to them. "Nurse bees work hard, master. Feeds babies, builds honeycomb, and cleans hive. Workers all ladies. Not lazy like men bees. Yes, lazy drones just for making babies with queen." We leave the path and enter an opened area filling fast with a crowd of excited bees. In the centre, standing very still, is a huge bee, like an aircraft in a hangar that is serviced by mechanics. She is being cleaned and fed by more nurse bees. "Whoa, is this Queen Bee?" "Yes, master. We feeds her royal jelly. Grows bigger, live longer. She lays thousands of eggs to make new bees." The queen approaches. Her wings vibrate gently and the nurse bees scamper away. Zwee! It's the call of the queen bee telling everybody that she is in charge. "I's your queen bee, and I's very pleased to meet you, master. Come, sit with me and watch," she says. Once again the crowd pulls back to form a circle. A bee enters the space. It's 33137. She starts to dance, rotating and waggling her bottom in the air. I think about Dan. If only he could see this. I'm inside our hive and watching the waggle dance. But this dance is not for fun. It is a message, a map telling the bees where a rich patch of flowers can be found, what direction they must travel from the sun, and how far away this treasure trove of nectar and pollen is. The dance continues. Other bees join in, and I find myself dancing with them, waggling and wiggling in excited circles. "No dance, no food," Queen Bee cries. "No food, no hive." And 1,000 buzzing insects' voices reply in a deafening cry. "The hive must survive." Pushing through the dancing bees, I join 33137, and together we waggle and turn in hypnotizing circles. The Queen Bee speaks. "You has worked hard, sisters. We has lots of honeys and lots of new bees. We's are getting overcrowded. It is almost time for us to swarm and leave." The hive is excited to hear this news. "The hive must survive. The hive must survive. The hive must survive." They continue to chant until 33137 collapses in an exhausted heap. "Are you okay?" I asked, stepping forward to help. Ploof! I'm back on the roof, standing in a thinner cloud of smoke. Mr. Johnson is still coughing and wiping his eyes. Perhaps a few less wood shavings next time, Melvin, he splutters, waving the last of the smoke away. We're trying to calm the bees, not kill them. Huh? Doesn't he know where I've been? He's acting like nothing's happened. But what has happened? I'm not sure myself, and I can possibly explain it to Mr. Johnson, so I pretend nothing's happened too. Sorry, Mr. Johnson. Let's lift the lid and look inside. I don't really need to do this because I know exactly what's going on in there, but I can't tell Mr. Johnson. The bees stay calm as we check the honeycomb frames. We can see clearly that the hive is doing well, and Mr. Johnson is impressed. I'm no bee expert, Melvin, but your hive's pretty full. I think they're almost ready to swarm.